Hey, good morning, Cougars. Welcome to your homeroom about the run, hide, fight process. I'm here with SRO Charity Hansel. If you don't know Charity, you should say hello to her in the hallway. She's actually very, very nice. Some people think that police officers aren't nice, but they're very nice. And Charity's the nicest of the nicest police officers. So make sure you are nice to her too, because she's a great person. So she's going to talk to you a little bit about why we do this type of stuff and what to do. We're going to talk. We're going to watch the video today about Run, Hide, Fight, which most of you I think have seen already, but we're going to watch it every year, and we want to be prepared for the worst possible scenario, which we hope never ever happens, but we want to be prepared as best as possible. And then we're going to have a hide drill in a couple of weeks in all of our classes. But today in your classes, you actually should be talking about evacuation from that classroom. So every period, your teacher should be talking to you about how to get out of the room, the multiple ways to go, things to look for. Many rooms have sort of secret exits through ventilation areas and through our HVAC system. Not like crawling in a vent, but like through the HVAC rooms, or there's a room next door. And so we wanted you to be aware of that in every one of your classes. So every day, every class period today, you should be going over that. But we want to talk a little bit about what to do during a lockdown drill, during a hide drill, and what hiding is all about, and then a little bit about how we can work to prevent violence, because that's the most important thing. So tell us about the hide portion of the run, hide, fight.
So in our drill, as Mr. Klein said, we're going to be doing the hide part. So the most important thing is to not make yourself a target. So if you're in a classroom and you have to lock down, you have to hide, what I want you to do is get the door locked, get the lights off, and try and barricade the door. That might be with a desk, that might be with a bookshelf, whatever the teacher has closest. So look around in every classroom you go in and see what you could use to barricade the door. The other thing is you want to get out of the line of sight of any windows from inside. So if you look at the door from where you're hiding at and you can see into the hall, you're not out of the line of sight. So I need you to scooch and get skinny with everybody over into the area that if somebody looked in the window near the door, they could not see you. And I want you to be very quiet. Turn down your cell phones, and please, please, please take this drill seriously. I'm here to protect you, and like Mr. Klein said, hopefully this will never come here, and if it does, I'll be your first line of defense. But if it does, we will fight or survive how we practice. Same with police. We practice hard. We're serious about when we shoot, when we drive, when we have defensive tactics, because at the end of the day, when the real life scenario comes, how we practice is how we'll play. So make sure that you take this seriously. And the big thing is that every school shooting that we know of in America, somebody knew about it before it happened. And chances are you kids are going to find out, maybe even one student will know, but it's really important that if you hear or see something that you say something. You can come to me, you can come to Mr. Klein, any teacher in the building and say, hey. And sometimes kids just post things for different reasons, but we need to investigate that and look into that. And maybe the student is just wanting extra help. But whatever you do, if you see or hear somebody say something that you feel could be a threat to the building or could compromise our safety, please tell an adult in the building.
Yeah, it's very important. We can prevent things from happening if we know, and we want that to happen. So it's not a problem to report anything that may be suspicious or just unusual to you, or somebody who is maybe expressing some sort of threat. If we can put an end to it before anything happens, that's the best possible situation. So today, like I said, you're going to just talk about how you evacuate from your classroom. You're not going to do any evacuations today, but talk about where the poster is in the room that tells you how to do it, so that if you're there with a sub or you forget, there's a list of ways to get out of the room right there telling you the very best ways to get out. And then we'll practice the hide portion of Run, Hide, Fight in a couple of weeks during class. So the remainder of the period today, you're going to watch a video from the Department of Homeland Security, and that video details the Run, Hide, Fight process. This is sort of a nationwide program as to how to advise people to think about what to do when you're in these kind of situations, and not just here in school, but to think about it anywhere you are. If you are in the mall, if you are at a movie theater, a stadium, things like that, how to best survive someone doing something terrible. So with that, please watch the video quietly, paying attention to what's going on in it, and then we will have those drills, like I said, in a couple weeks. Thank you.
Thanks.